Hey folks, DMA here. I'm just going to show you guys a little project that I've been working on. Oh yeah, check it out. So what is this, you would ask? Well, this is a map representation. It's a three-dimensional map representation of an area in my fantasy world. And I just wanted to kind of apply the crafting skills that I've been learning to actually doing maps, because I usually like just draw them out and stuff like that, but they're always, less than fantastic. Unfortunately, I'm not a very good map drawer, or illustrator. So what I did here is I actually created this map and then I put it inside this box here that I kind of cut down, but that fit it really well. And it's just a section of the fantasy world that I have. So let me show you. As you can see, it's pretty big. I mean, this is my hand right here, and you can see, it's large, and it has some pretty amazing kind of features. So let's go over those. So first we got the box, which is just basically a simple cardboard box. I'm actually going to glue the map right in there, and then maybe put some stuff along bordering along this, and then I can put some sort of foam thing on top of it and a cover to protect the map itself. And then, those will be, and they're not very thick. It's about 5 centimeters thick. So okay. So then, as you can see, it depicts map terrain all over, including this temperate area over here, separated from the. So this is this whole area is the temperate area, and then there's a desert area over there. And that's separated by these mountains right here, but then there's some additional mountains on this side. So, and then you can see these dark green areas are kind of forests sections that are represented by the dark color. And then here's a large deep bay that leads out into the ocean, which is along there. And then you can also see some like lakes and rivers and such. So you can see like this right here is kind of a lake, and it's pretty hard. It's all nice and dry now, and it's something you can touch, and it's pretty sturdy. So all of these painted environments were just I just kind of put them in a chaotic manner. Didn't really plan too much, although I wanted a certain amount of kind of this lighter green right here as opposed to the forest. So it's a lighter green to represent like agricultural areas or areas where there was lush stuff, and then the rest of it was pretty, kind of dry and sere and not as attractive to settlers. So and then I'm not sure if you can see, there's actual texture, like hill texture here, that gives a sense of kind of not just a pastoral lands, but it's actual texture. Here's some additional hill texture along this bay, and there's some right leading out of these mountains. I don't know if you can see that just as well. So there you go. Then you can see these little dots, red dots. Those are like villages or cities, and then in between them are little red trade roads. And then I've got some names. I've actually written in some names with colored pen so that my player characters have some sort of idea of where they are. Those hill textures were just hot glue, and I just kind of moved them around until I filled an area that I wanted to do. And mostly it's just hot glue, stuff like this. There are some areas that are cut out, like this dark kind of gash area, which I actually cut into that to give it more dimension. And then these mountains are built basically by putting very thin strips of cardboard down with hot glue, and then covering up over those strips with additional hot glue, building it up, and then until I finished it off with an application of this Liquitex flexible modeling paste, which gives it kind of the spiky, mountainy kind of texture that you want. And then of course it's all just painted on with various colors. I used a bunch of dark greens, browns, tans. And then on the mountains, lots of gray. I painted the mountains grayish, a base coat of gray, and then white some pearlescent white to give it a bit of a silvery sheen. And yeah, and like the coastal areas, you can see it's actually cut. It's like it's just cardstock glued onto cardboard. So the ocean area is just the cardboard base, and then this is actually cardstock right in here, but it's just shaped and then painted to give it that feeling of the coastline. So yeah, so that's basically it. I might do more in-depth discussion of this when I get some more work done. But I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what you could do with crafting. You can build these three like kind of little dioramas. So I just want to say this is DMA, and as DM Scotty would say, go forth and craft.